All right, what's good, YouTube? I want to keep this one short, sweet, and simple. As you can see the title, you see what we're talking about. We're talking about OG Maco and his situation and what he's got going on now. I really wanted to bring this up to kind of highlight some things as far as in the music industry, art world, and the creative space in general, and just life in general. It's very sad and kind of upsetting to see. You got talented artists and artists that look like me, having these types of thoughts and feeling this way about themselves, even after all their success. So it just kind of goes to show that even with you having all the success in the world and being a superstar, having blow up mega hits, that none of that stuff can actually, kind of cleanse or clear or replace a void that you have within yourself that is a little deeper than just superficial things like the money, the clothes, the excitement of the lifestyle that these artists live. It's just really sad that that there's even people that are in this type of position that still feel this way. Because, like I say, it just goes to show that material things aren't going to equate to your happiness. I've always liked OJ Mako for since he came out from the bitch you guessed it. That was kind of one of the reasons I really started making the types of beats that I was making at that time. Because it was just a really hype, cool song, really good beat. I liked all the remixes that came from it. I like I forget what the group was called. The Asian guys that actually that made a song with him and remixed that. So I mean, he's a very influential artist in the underground world and just in music in general. And I just wanted to kind of shed light and bring attention to mental health and bring mental awareness to the forefront of this video. Like you'll see and he's not the only artist, he's not the only example, and I don't want to just use artists and famous people as an example, but like real life people I've dealt with, having friends and people that I know close to me that have felt the same way and have attempted, and I've had some friends, one or two friends that actually succeeded, and those types of situations really have always stuck out to me and bothered me, because it's always the people that you really wouldn't expect. It's people that you would think that looking at their life from the outside bubble, looking in, that you would assume that everything is all good and fine. But that's not always the case. And if you go back and kind of just look at, this young man's career over his, since we've started hearing about him since about 2013 and 14, you can kind of see he's been through a lot. I remember he had the flesh eating disease thing, and he was doing interviews, and you could visually tell that he was dealing with that. Even like having stuff going on with his face and his eye all the way up to the part of his head. If you look at other videos, and then a couple of years later, he gets in a car wreck and had an issue with his eye. I remember that being a problem, that people thought he was going to lose his eye or did lose his eye. So just like if you think about it, just and think about it from the point of view, you make a mega hit, and within 10 years span, you haven't put much out as far as making hits like that again, and then you're dealing with your health issues, and you got the wreck situation, beef with artists and things of that nature, scandals in the online and the internet involving people. I can see how over that period that all of that stuff will wear and tear on a person's mental and well, obviously physical. Like I can see how that could bother somebody and push them to their limit and over the edge. So it's just kind of upsetting to see stuff like that. I really hate hearing about young people, dying or having an issue or something going on with them. People my age. He's a little bit older than me. I believe he's about 32. I'm 29. Um, so it's like watching like a high school friend that you knew, or like somebody that you went to school with, or coworker, and you see them going through stuff, and you're like, man, that all kind of sucks. And then all of a sudden, you have something extreme like this happen. Um, it's just kind of it's a terrible situation. I don't think any I don't think in the human experience of life that any human being should feel that way and that strongly to want to leave this experience. I don't think life was intended for us to be so distraught, so upset with life that we feel like, we don't want to be here anymore. And it's just kind of it's really sad. Like it really is. It really bothered me when I heard about this story. And I'm not saying this like I'm a huge OG fan. I'm not saying this like he's like one of my favorite greatest artists, but it's just this he's not the only one that this has happened to over. We've lost a lot of people to this type of scenario in the last, we'll say, 10 years since I've been in music and whatnot. And it's just kind of is very upsetting. And again, like I say, I want to bring the mental health aspect of this to the forefront of this video. If you are having issues, if you're a friend, family member, coworker, anybody having issues, man, talk to them and get them the help that they need. Like I'm not a psychiatrist. I'm not a person to sit here and talk to and try to spill all your feelings to and explain, and try to help you through that situation. But be there for people. If you have a friend or a family member or anybody around you that you're close with that you can tell that something is going on, something's bothering them. Be there, be a listening ear, but always push them in the direction of getting the help that they need. It's really really sad and upsetting to hear stuff like this. Um, just life should not beat you up and make you feel that way to that point, especially if you look at it from the outside of how successful his career is, because he has a lot of success that has gone on with his career. But I do understand going through things and having these issues, and this isn't even like a first time for him. From interviews that I've seen in the past years ago and whatnot, this isn't like a one off thing. This is obviously something that has been weighing on his mind, or something that is things that have been bothering him. When your health is a factor in it, it can really get to you. We all have health issues. We all get sick. We all, may experience something. You may deal with things that pertain to your heredity from your stuff that you just can't control. But at the end of the day, man, mental health is very important. And as an artist or a musician or somebody in the creative space, you deal with a lot of pressure. You deal with a lot of backlash. Because lots of times these artists and these people that are creatives are kind of out there, and they're viewed as being different. Some people use the term weird, or things like that. When really we're all just different types of people. I'm experiencing life the way I experience it. You're experiencing life the way you experience it, and it molds us to who we are, and how we end up developing as a person. Um, but mental health is extremely important. So if you're an artist, if you're a creative, or if you're just a fan and you're just a regular person, man, always have that. You need to make sure you check yourself from the neck up. You need to check up from the neck up. You got to make sure that you can go to the gym, make sure you're physically fit. You can do everything in the world to maintain your strength, your health, and physically and all that stuff. But your mental health is the most important. The battles that you fight inside your mind are going to be 1,000 times harder than the battles that you can fight physically. You might could lift a bench press 315 pounds like it's nothing, but in your head and in your mind you're so weak, like anything could say, any one person could say something to you, and because of your mental state being so fragile, it just like that, it snaps. And it's really just sad to see stuff like that happen and reading things like that in the news. So prayers out to him, his family. I really hope that he pulls through and he's good to go, and that after this, he gets the help that he needs, to where we don't hear any stories like this happening to him or anybody else. So again, like I say, if you're one of these people that you're struggling, you have these types of thoughts, or people with these types of thoughts, and you're having these issues, get the help you need before it is too late. Well, I don't want to see or hear about people that I know, or people that I like, or whether it be artists, musicians, friends, family. I don't want to hear or see those types of things, because again, I don't think uh, the way that humans are supposed to be on this earth, or on this plane, however you kind of see it, I don't believe that this is how we should be living and feeling with our one time experience. Like as far as we know, when we cross over or we transition and pass on to the next, like we don't know what happens or anything like that. So I feel that every human being is entitled and deserves to have a good, happy, healthy life. And as long as they can live and be, happy and healthy throughout that entire time. I always make the joke when I'm talking to people, and sometimes people may think it's a morbid joke or sound kind of crazy, but you watching this video or me, we did not make the choice to be here or be born here or anything like that. So I always say you have to make the best of it. I didn't say, hey, I want to be born, and then boom, here I am born. Um, so the human experience, as we exist, I feel like should be the most comfortable, happy experience. And so it really bothers me when I see that some people aren't comfortable and they aren't happy. Even down to walking down the street and I see homelessness, that stuff like that bothers me. I just feel like every human deserves to have a decent quality of life, and your mental state plays a big role in that, and mental health, along with your physical health, is extremely important. But your mental health will out trump your physical health all day. Like you could be physically unfit or physically sick or have something going on physically with you, but mentally, as long as you're there, you're happy, and that is going to trump how your physical body feels or how it is. So, mental health is the ultimate key, is the ultimate goal. So if you are one of these people that feels the way that he feels or has felt that way, my heart goes out to you. I hope you get the help that you need. Whatever your spiritual beliefs are, I hope you get in touch with that, and that helps you out in the future. But this is, it's a very sad situation. This genuinely bothered me, to hear, of a young guy, not too much older than me, feeling this way and attempting this. And I'm glad it didn't actually go through and happen. And I hope he pulls through. I hope him and his family are there for him, and they pull through and they get the help that they need and he needs. But yeah, so drop your comments in the comment section. What are your thoughts and opinion on this? Obviously, like I say, this isn't the only artist that has dealt with this or felt like this before. And again, I want to say it again. If you ever feel this way or have felt this way or know people that are feeling this way, get the help you need before it is too late. Do not let it get to this point of it being this extreme. I've dealt with this situation with close friends on two different occasions, and it is a tough, tough, tough situation to actually go through and deal with and watch unfold and happen. And it does not feel good for the people around, that really love and care about that person. And obviously it's not, it's the person that is dealing with it feels such pain or such hurt or disdain with what's going on in their particular situation. So be there for people. And with all that being said, if you're not one of these people that deal with these issues, you don't know what other people are going through. So to walk past somebody and be a certain way to them that's negative, you never know if that's the one straw that broke the camel's back, and that's what caused a person to go, and harm themselves. And sometimes people go out with a bang and want to harm other people before they harm themselves. So just walk around with compassion in your heart, and love in your heart, and treat people the way that people deserve to be treated. I can't say treat people the way that you'd want to be treated, but treat people the way that people deserve to be treated. And in my opinion, people deserve to be living a happy, healthy life. So be kind to the next person that you see, because you don't know what they're going through. You could be the difference of a person contemplating something, and you being a positive impact on them may change that scenario. There's a story of a car of a salesman that he was going door to door and was trying to sell a product, and he went viral because he was a funny guy. Goes to this woman's house and ends up making her laugh. She answers the door, makes her laugh. Tries to sell her a product. They go inside and he sees that there's a weapon on the table and some paper. He kind of gets nervous, asks her about it, and she admits that right before you rang that doorbell, I was actually going to do something to myself. But because you came in and you brightened my day and changed my whole demeanor, it gave me a better outlook on life. You can look this story up. The woman lost her son and she didn't know what to do. She was in a dark place. And just because of that one salesman coming up and being positive with her, and all he was doing was just doing his job. But he was being positive with her. It turned her whole outlook on life, and to this day, which is years later, that in his most recent interview, he was saying that him and that woman are still good friends, and she's still around, and she's in a much better place in space. So it just goes to show that how you treat people and your influence can impact people greatly. And with that being said, be kind and be nice, and be positive to the people around you. And when you bump around in other people with other people in life, because you never know what somebody's going through, and that could be that one determining factor that could make or break somebody's mental state. So again, mental health is very important. If you have an issue with your mental health, get the help you need. That's all I got for you guys today. We'll be back next week with some more actual real deal content, some teaching and some education. But I wanted to shine some light on this space because this is something that is kind of prevalent within our community and just in life in general. But that's all I got. Enjoy the video. Enjoy your Sunday. Continue to be the creative person that you are, and you know, continue to build and form your craft, and be positive and happy out there. Follow me on all my social media. Milan makes beats. If I got it, you'll find me. If I don't, you won't. And like the video, dislike the video if you dislike it. Comment in the comment section. Either which way, just interact with the video so the algorithm works in my favor, and we can keep doing this thing. All right, that's all I got for you guys. Peace.